Hey guys, it is Darrell here, and this just may be my final video of the year. I'm taking some much needed time off from all of the social media, rendering, client work, teaching, all of that stuff, and just taking a break to enjoy the holidays with my family. And I hope you guys are doing the same. Um, this video is sort of a culmination of what I've been learning for Shima Seiki. Not for Shima Seiki, for me with Shima Seiki software Apex Fiz, which you see here. I have open Apex Fiz PGM pattern maker. I'm going to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my progress and my experience, and let you know that this is something that is a joy that I've actually learned this. I'm just amazed at the results that I get from it, but it's also something that I want you guys to consider as part of your 3D workflow, or just part of your 3D knowledge. We're going to talk a little bit about the learning platform, which I'm going to show you guys that also. I'm just going to open up some of my files so you can see just how things look behind the scenes. These toolbars are very, very, very important to learn and to figure out. They are labeled, but learning exactly what they do and when to use them is top priority in this software. I will say that. So if you have time to focus on that, if you start to do the tutorials in their learning platform, which we're going to see in a little while, then that is a key point that you will have to actually learn and commit to memory. So, but it is worthwhile knowledge. So let's look at some of the files that I have. Two things. I'm going to open up some of my patterns, and I'm showing this to you guys just so you can see a little bit about, yeah, don't mind my disorganization of my folder structure, but these are some of the styles that I've actually done and actually had time to work on within the program. This is by far not all of the pieces that I've made. This is just one folder that I have most of the recent stuff that I have in here. One of the things that I will tell you is that you get a full package, meaning you'll get your avatar, you'll get your sweater pattern, and you'll get to see how things are laid out. So this is your avatar, this is the actual sweater, but then you also get to see the pattern layout here, and I'm going to zoom in to that for you guys so you can kind of see that a little bit better. But these are some of the things that you can see in the Shima Seiki package when you create a fitting package. Now, a fitting package consists of the pattern and just the basic I'm going to open up one so you can see that it's the pattern and just basically the basic form of the sweater, but it's not a complete detail of the garment that you do in the design software. So one of the things that you can we can do here is, I'm just going to open up one I think I did recently. I believe this one is okay, so open up this one. So one of the things I want you guys to see is just how it works on the back end. A lot of times some of these programs are super secretive and you don't really know, you don't really get to see things in action. So this is basically a raglan sweater, and I'm going to take you through sort of the process. When you create the garment, basically you're putting in the measurements. So one of the things that we can see from here is that the pattern layout is basically front to back, left to right, and you get your baselines, you get your lines that showcase your rib placement. I'm just gonna go ahead and so a lot of these things you will be able to see. You'll open up the fitting menu here, and that will give you access to see the basic fit model, where you can change to any other fit model that you want. If you created a fit model, you can go ahead and load that fit model. But right here, it's just pretty much going to tell you that this is your ready stance, or your, you know, starter pose. And then you're just going to click on next. And this is where you get to see all of your lines and all of the things. So now you notice that my avatar changed. If I wanted to go ahead and select another model, I can go ahead and do that. This is some more files that I have here. So I've been keeping pretty busy. Pretty busy. I'm going to go ahead and use this girl here. That's who I had it on initially. And she has clothes on. So here we go. And you can just open that up. So it opens up your pattern for editing, and it opens up your pattern for just modification or anything that you might want to do with that. So let's give it a second to go ahead and load up. And now you can see that I have all of my my fit lines. It tells me what sleeve I have. I can move everything closer. I've been moving this around, so let's just move this neckline here. I can move this here, and as I'm going through, I'm just highlighting the pieces that I'm touching, and that's giving you different options on the other menus. I'm not going to do a full tutorial on this, but we're going to show a little bit of how things work. And once I'm ready, I can go ahead and execute here on the side. So here you see it says execute. I'm going from my layout state. I'm actually going to pick another pose. I can pick my pose. Let's open that up from selection. This is where I get caught up. Decisions. I never know how to like go ahead and just pick one. All right, here, this one's cute. So now when I hit execute, she's going to go into that pose, and we can see how it all comes together. You can see the tightness of the rib starts to go ahead up and cinch in where we want it, where we designed it to cinch in. This also acts as a pull tool. If I want to pull it down just a little bit for styling, I can do that. And she's got a little t-shirt on, so I'm going to twist her little arm a little bit, and then I can go ahead and think about what kind of style I want to go ahead and make with this sweater. So the next step, basically, you can go ahead and turn her around, zoom in, zoom out, turn around. And she's cute with her cute little pants and her little shoes. If I wanted to change that, there are options. You can change the hair. You can change all of the other details. You can change the color of her pants, her socks. All of these things are separate and unique to the avatar for you to edit. Let's see here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take this to the next step. Okay, I'm going to take this to my design software so I can go ahead and add a few details. It's going to take this whole pattern and export it into the design software. Now this is just a showcase. This is not by any means a tutorial. This is a short video for you to kind of see what happens and how it all comes together. And just to let you know that I took the time to actually take the courses online and to get the certification so that I am familiar, certified, but familiar with how to get these things together. So this little knit button here needs to be clicked on, and I'm going to go ahead and create the parts, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a sweater design for you guys to see. So this is a pullover. It is a raglan, so I'm going to go ahead and click raglan. So some of these things have to do with how things are imported and how they're set up in the system behind the scenes, and how this is how you tell the pattern to actually come together in this part of the software, so it knows exactly what you're going for, and it's going to go ahead and put everything in place for you. So now here I notice that my collar, everything is here except for my collar. So this is just the opportunity to go ahead and drag that in there, and then I'm okay with all of my parts being set. This shows the rib. It shows that there's nothing really here as far as type of design. I can change the rib here. I do have an option to change the rib to a different type of rib, but I'm going to keep it at 2x2. This is a 10 gauge sweater, which is kind of my sweet spot for sweaters. I know some people like a little bit heavier gauge, or they like the big chunky yarns, and the system is able to produce that. You'll see some of that on my Instagram. So right now I'm just going to keep this pretty much set as it is. I don't need to create a jacquard pattern at this time, but you have different options here. I have an option for color. If I want to change the color of the base yarn to maybe a lighter color, I can go ahead and do that and click OK. And it will just load each piece individually, and I will just keep the settings the same and do it that way. And then we're going to do some layouts. And once everything is done, it's going to give me my 3D window again on the side, and it's going to show me that this is what I have set up. So as complex as it looks, when you learn it, it's like it's simple and it makes sense, like that things are laid out the way that they are, and that each one of these different softwares, when it comes to creating the sweaters, are actually working together seamlessly. So I'm going to show you that right now. So right now I'm not going to go for anything about the color just yet, but I'm just going to go and talk about loop editing. So now if I go into loop editing, I'm going to be able to add a few little details that are the actual knit details that I want to add for the garment. So I'm going to add knit, and I'm going to add color, and then we're just going to finalize it with a sweet render. So now if I want to add a new pattern, or if I want to add a new stitch, I can click on this and the library comes up. So guys, when I say this library is no nonsense, if you look at all of these different options that I have to go ahead and create a unique design. So links, you get so many options, guys, and this is where your creativity can just explode, right? You're going to be able to come in here and you're going to be able to like click on something. I want something that goes with a 10 gauge sweater, so it's kind of a little bit something like that, that's a little bit finer. I can place it there just above my rib. I'm just going to go and zoom in a little bit here. Then I could add a repeat. So I think I need to use my zoom tool and zoom out just a little bit more. Oh, that's zooming in. And I'm rendering something in the background. So that's why I have a little bit of a lag on my computer. You cannot do everything. So if I wanted this to be the whole page, I have that option. I can click here and it will cover the whole page. But I just want this to go a little bit to my center front. And I actually wanted to just go up vertically to the top of the neck. And I'm going to pitch the stitches a little bit more. Hold on one second. I'm going to actually spread them out just a little bit. So you have the option to have a design created and still add variations, right? So I'm okay with that one. I'm going to add another one that's more like a pattern. So you have this option as well. So I'm just going to do something different, and you guys will all be able to see this posted on my Instagram as well. This is a little bit like a winter star. So let's click on that. So this you have to see a little bit more. So this little cursor here can add just click and drag. I can do this, or I can do the repeat tool. So now you'll see that the repeat is just one, but if I wanted it to go a little bit less, I can do that. Oh, it's not highlighted. Hold on. There we are. You can actually duplicate this. And I'm going to add this. Copy. And I want to make this mirrored on the same piece. There. So once you get into it, guys, you can go ahead and create stuff. So now here in my 3D window, we get to see a little bit of what the structure looks like. Yeah, et voila. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm not going to go too much into that part of it, because once I'm finished, if I want to do this on the front and the back, I can go ahead and create, let's highlight everything first, and then I can create a mirror to the back body, same position. So it's going to go ahead and open up the back body, and it's going to load the same pattern onto the back. So this is the back piece. So now I can see from the back piece that I need a little bit more height on these. So I'm going to go ahead and just click and drag until I'm ready for it to stop, just to get a little bit more precise. And I'm just going to do the same thing for the other one and bring it up to the top neck. And then in my 3D window, as you can see, I can see the front and the back and how it responds to the changes that I made. So this is a little bit of a cute sweater, and you can see how things are just being done in the software. So right now I'm going to go ahead and click done. I'm going to click done, because I'm not doing anything for my did I just delete everything? I don't think so. Yeah, it's there. Sometimes it disappears just to save your memory, and that kind of throws me off a little bit, but we're here. So I'm going to click done. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit color. Let's add pattern stripe. Stripe. So it usually loads. You guys saw my Instagram, you saw that this was a sweater that I did on Instagram, but now I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and I'm gonna look for something reasonable to go with. Actually, I can do it my own. So if I want to do a new horizontal stripe, it's going to give me those two. So I also wanted to, okay, I'm going to add a couple stripes, and the color of 2023 is magenta, so we're going to do a little magenta pattern. I'm going to add a couple more stripes, and then I'm going to show you something. So right now the red is dominant, so I'm going to change the red to a cream color. I'm actually going to change the size to half that size, right? Let's see, it's a little bit, I need a little bit more, so how about 9? Yeah, that kind of fits with the theme. So this, if I change these numbers, it changes the height. So I'm going to go ahead and give this green a nice man, if I can remember the color of the year, 18-1750. Is it there? 18-1750. I don't see it. 1755, 5017, 1817. Let's see. Does it change? That's magenta, but I like a little bit of a deeper color. So let's go back around here and do something that matches to that color. And let's bring this down also down to like a 4. And then I'm going to make this one a deeper, darker color in the magenta family. And we're going to do that. Actually, that looks too close. Brighten it up just a bit. And then the last but not least, let's change this color to a deep, deep, dark wine berry color. Yeah, I made that up. Wine berry. I used to make color names for a living. When I was just out of college, I used to have a job just naming colors. All right, so let's see what's happening here, because I feel like I need to go back and do something here, but I'm not sure. You guys are watching me do it. This is some of the things that you have to go ahead and learn and relearn and learn again. So now I'm not really sure what's happening right here. I think I need to go ahead and change some of the sizes on this. Let's do a little bit of a design here. I'm going to do a little bit of a design. I'll go back. So I'm going to say done here. I'm going to go back to my stripe pattern. And I'm going to change this to 4, 4, 4. And this color here to 30. Right. And I think I need to go back to this here and change the same thing. 4, 4, and 30. Oh, did it do it automatically? It sure did. Super duper. But I see on the front, my pattern doesn't go all the way. So I need to go back to my loop edit and see if I can just edit this to go all the way up on the front. Yeah, there's something here. This is not the front. So I need to find my front pattern. That's not it. It's looking kind of nice though, right? Okay, hold on. I need to change my pattern view. Now, in order to change the pattern view, you have to be sure that you are selecting that pattern. Go to loop edit. Just a little tweaks, couple of little tweaks. So this one here needs to unlink, and I can bring this up just a little bit like I did the other one, and I'm going to bring it over a smidge. Is that a technical measurement? A smidge. Okay. And then I'm going to go to this one, do the same thing, but this one I think placement is okay. This one I think I need to move over just a bit. Let's zoom in. Ay, too much. Ay. Okay. I think I got it. But let me click on this one. This seems like it is not exactly centered. Yeah, better. And I think we got a cute sweater here, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and click done. And there you see it. So there are steps. It is going to take a second for you to like get the hang of everything. But now when you're ready to render, you can go ahead into your loop simulation. I'm going to just name this as 35. Keep going. So one of the things that you guys have to realize is that this is a type of software. It's much like Adobe, the Adobe suite, where it's a collection, a suite of packages that you get. So it's kind of like you have to navigate your way through each program in order to get the outcome that you want. But once you do, it's like, it's great, you know. So right here is what I'm used to doing, selecting my area. Right, and I usually render without the avatar, so it's going to ask me to go ahead and output my image. 3D loop simulation, and I usually just keep the model off and I hit execute, and then it goes through its rigmarole of magical sprinkling. And I'm sure you guys will see more of the process behind the scenes of creating 3D sweaters. It's just, I wanted you guys to know, like, this is a leap. There are not a lot of softwares that you can do this type of work in and actually create a sweater that can be sent to a knitting machine, a plotter, not a plotter, but a knitting machine, which I'll show you some of those knitting machines, and then made. It's just like pattern making. Like, when I realized how everything is connected and how that you can actually get an actual garment out of it, it just blew my mind. Like, really, guys, I know you hear me talk a lot about it, but if you could really feel the excitement that I feel waiting for this thing to happen, to come up, it is really cool, man. I like it. So I'm showing you guys this. And like I said, this is my video, the last video of the year. The format's going to change and some of the content's going to change for next year, but that will be a surprise for the beginning of the year. And this is my lovely 10 gauge sweater. And let's see if we can zoom. Look at that. Look at the qualities. It's cute. I probably would bring this thing down a little bit, but I like the fact that it's a little bit contrasty and it's cute. So if you want to just do the back, you can see the full fashioning, which is, I love it. Like, you can't get that right now in the other 3D software programs, but here you have the opportunity to show the linking, to show the finishing of the edges, like I said, the linking threads, the full fashioning, and all of that detail down to the knit. Look at that. All right, just freeze frame. Look how wonderful this is. And it's just, it doesn't take that long to master and to add these things to your 3D workflow, your repertoire, your portfolio, whatever it is that you are going for and trying to achieve. So let's do the back, and then we're going to post these things up, and that's going to be the end of our video, guys. So stay tuned. So now I'm just going to do the back. You can turn it around. Oh, I still have this area thing highlighted. Cancel. I can basically turn her around. I can change her pose if I want to. I can also see that I have like a little bit of a hair that I can go back and change. But for the sake of the video, I shan't. I will not do that, but it is pretty good. And I guess you guys get the hang of the things that you can do within Shima Seiki. So I hope you liked the video. I'm going to go ahead and do one more render for you guys, and then we'll post that at the end of the video. Okay, guys? Oh, that's almost perfect. Oh, forgot my little... Yeah, you can move this thing all around and get everything to where you want it. So let me just go ahead and move that here and get another one. Maybe even a better output. I think that's what someone said they were working on. Better output, but it's already fantastic. So look for updates. 2023 is coming up, guys. I will be sharing more about the software. I am taking now 2 classes on flat knit design and weave. I know you guys see a lot of weave on my you know, in my renders. I just need to get the certification. I've been like watching the videos and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm just going to work on getting certified and submitting my homework, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the process in 2023. So guys, have a blessed new year, and more to come, and just take your creativity to the next level. Shima Seiki is also supporting the IACDE. I always say IADCE, but it's IACDE. And they are supporters, and they are sharing embroideries for the designers. And this is just something that I think you guys will really enjoy, taking a test drive on the software. Okay, guys, enjoy the last days of 2022. Stay blessed. So, if you guys made it this far, you really should be liking and subscribing. You will be helping to contribute to this channel in 3 years. Maybe less than 3 years. Maybe, yeah, 3 years. Growing to 10,000 3D fashion enthusiasts, and you're one of them. So contribute, let's grow, and let's learn more in 2023. So like and subscribe. I wanted to take you, before signing off on this video, to the Shima Seiki website. Basically it is shimaseki.com. First thing you'll see is this pop-up for trying Apex Fiz design for 30 days free. So you can go ahead and sign up to that. And let's just take a look at the video. Now, I think my sound is off on this, but this is just basically showing you what you can do designing with Shima Seiki. Basically, 3D knit technology is something that's integrated into every type of product. So they are on board with a sustainable outlook. They're making changes within the industry to help create a more sustainable life. Yeah. So they go through all of that on their website. So you can take the time to go ahead and see what they're talking about. Whole garment knitting. This is what I was talking about the machines that you can actually send your design to. The machines are very expensive, but if you're planning to manufacture, then you'll be able to find a lot of people in the industry have these knitting machines. And they're on different levels, different capabilities. So that's the Shima Seiki website. Basically, that's just going to show, again, you can go through and look at some of the machines, some of the software. I mean, we're working within the software right now. So this is a little bit of what I showed you live. Me working on the Apexfiz software. So there are a few different ones, but the Apexfiz software is the one that is a software that you can upload and implement into your current system. So this is the actual software. This is a different thing. Apex 4 is like the whole system where you get like fancy mouse with all of the hotkeys on it, and this is just a solo system that you set up. This is integrated into your PC. I'm not sure if they have it for Mac, but I'm thinking that they do. So here it is. The free trial is there. Go ahead and take advantage of the 30 days. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. If you want to go ahead and have me just help you through working out something, we can get through it together. I'm open usually to people to asking me questions on my Instagram mainly. YouTube I try to answer, but it's usually it takes a couple more days to get to me on YouTube. That's going to change in 2023. But here are some of the things that you can go ahead and get with the free trial software. You'll get this whole package, and you'll get to see everything. So take the time to go online to shimaseki.com. Check out what they can offer you as far as learning how to do 3D knit sweaters. But this is also something else in their product catalog. You can actually recolor things, redo the fabric. This is a lot of what we do in other 3D softwares as far as just like changing colorways. But you can go ahead and do this. It's basically wrapping patterns in the software. So you can go ahead and create colorways where none existed, basically. So you can go ahead and, you know, change fabrications, change colors, and that's something else that they offer in the system. So it's a fantastically multi-versatile tool for 3D designers in general. But this is the wave, getting the product to where you want it to be before actually wasting resources. So that's where we are right now, guys, and we can keep it up. I actually love this camel. Yeah. And this is just one of the things that they offer, like just being able to map these different prints onto the actual software. It's amazing. So they have an inquiry button. If you want to inquire, you can mention me or you cannot mention me. Doesn't matter. You're still going to get a free trial. But it is regional. So you may, if depending on what country you come in contact with, you may end up reaching somebody that is, you know, more familiar with your language or more familiar with your region, and will be able to help you in the same time zone and the same, you know, the hours that you want to be able to work within. So enjoy this, guys. The next thing that we're going to look at is the learning platform. So give me one second. Now I went ahead and signed in, but guys, this is pretty much the learning platform. And once you're signed up, you're going to have your courses laid out for you, and they are time sensitive. So you can basically go ahead and, you know, see some of the coursework here. You get your troubleshooting download. This is actually information on working with the program and all that kind of stuff. So guys, this is a true learning platform. As you can see like all of the courses and all of the work that you need to do. You get homework, and you get people to help you online once you signed up for the learning platform. It is for serious people. If this is your career, your craft, this learning platform will help you get there, where you're going to be using the integrated software on many different levels. So it's something to be taken seriously. It is not a $49.99 program. And I will tell you that if you're serious about learning how to do this stuff, then this is where you can go. And with that, I will say ta-ta for now. Oh, wait. Ta-ta for 2022. Guys, enjoy your New Year's and stay well.